Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In this video, we're talking about episode 3 of How We Met. So if you haven't watched the last episode, click up here. This is going to be a playlist where you can follow along all the episodes that we are doing for How We Met.
It's my favorite series, by the way.
So far, we have put a structure in place that we are going to talk to each other, and we're going to make sure that we are very rigid on the schedule and we don't miss that 1 hour.
Yeah.
What happened next?
Then we start the process or the journey of telling our parents and our family, because that was such a long journey and filled with a lot of things. And this journey is actually started with him, not me. Yeah.
For us to make it more serious and to tell her that I'm very serious, what I decided is that I will tell my parents first so that you know that I'm pretty serious. And that's what we did. And then she said like, okay, after you tell your parents, then I will tell my parents, because she wants to see how serious I am.
Yeah, can I say why? Because I, like, as a girl, I was like so much afraid to go tell my mom and my dad and everything is fine, and then you gotta just shock me with your parent and like me, or as in not, like, you know, I wasn't that much confidence in you at that time. So I wanted you to tell your parents first and make everything clear and to the point from your side, then I can go to my side, tell my parents.
Yeah, which I kind of understand, because it for me it's like, oh shoot, my parent didn't agree, and just walk away. While if she did that, it's gonna be like a whole big thing for her parents, and they're gonna be pissed. So anyways, that's what we did, and we scheduled a call. When she was on the call, I sent my mom a picture, and then I called her and I explained who she is, where she's at, what she's doing, and everything. Now, this was the second time me sending someone to my mom. So my mom was okay with the idea. She wasn't too excited in the beginning, but she was kinda okay. But the problem here wasn't that just she was okay. The problem was that she didn't know that she's in Egypt. She's not in Canada. She was thinking you're in Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually understand, because it was a long call and they were talking Urdu, and I was like in the background in his phone. No one know that I'm in the call from the other side. I was listening, and he tried to translate to me in the chat. I remember that time.
Yeah.
He was trying to translate each thing for me.
Yeah, and then my mom asked for a few more pictures, and I think she was going somewhere. So I know she was with my dad as well.
They were in the car, the whole family.
Yeah, they were in the car and they were going somewhere. I think they were going to Edmonton or something in a long drive. That's where I break the news. When I break the news, I was in London, Ontario. So that the whole family discussed. My mom asked for more pictures, and she was like, okay, that's fine. We can move forward and figure out more things.
What did your mom say, by the way, about when she saw my picture? Because I don't know.
Well, the thing is, at the meantime, when I sent her picture a few days ago, she sent me 3-4 potential people for me to view.
What?
Yeah, she was sending.
Give me your phone. I'm gonna call your mom right now. What is that?
No, she was sending few pictures that they had potential. They were Pakistani people, and they were in Canada. Some people in Pakistan. So basically, at that time, we were at a peak of discussing what is right potential for me. And that time, that's why I wanted to send her her picture, so she can stop all the work and hard work she's doing, my mom is doing behind the scenes in terms of finding me a partner. Stop right there and then. I found someone. I want to proceed with that. I'm in the conversations with her, so hold your horses. That type of deal we did. I dealt with my mom, and then she stopped. She was like, okay, I will let you figure out your thing with her first. If thing doesn't work out, then we will go from there. But if it does, then we'll proceed.
Tell us a little bit more about how was your family reaction when they know that I'm Egyptian.
I think my family reaction was okay, because they were already shocked once.
Say something spicy. What is okay?
No, but my family reaction was okay, because they already were shocked that I was going out of Pakistani culture, and they knew that. And then after that, they knew that I'm not going to be getting to know someone in Pakistan. So they already made their mind. The hard part was just telling like how I met. This is where the hard part is, because nobody knew what's going on, what's happening, how did I
lied for this, honestly.
Yeah, we kind of
we're gonna lie. I lied for my family. I'm not advising doing this, but I lied for my family.
Because we have to lie for a reason that it has to make sense. It can't be just someone texted your Facebook and it got so serious
that
you're talking about.
My dad would never agree. My dad would never trust him. Like in a million years. Like I'm telling him someone, random person texts me on Facebook, he will never agree. I have to make such a big story. I lied about it.
Yeah,
no one know about it till this moment.
We're not
How
gonna
did-
tell what lie is that, but basically we had a whole meeting,
Yeah.
1 hour, 2 hour sessions where we were like, okay, what should we say that would make sense to your parents
Yeah.
and would it make sense to my parents? So long story short, I told my mom everything was fairly normal. But on the other hand, that was the hardest part. Telling her family, because
Oh
I
my
know
God, yeah,
I'm
that
not in Egypt, I'm not Egyptian. They will be very skeptical about my intentions to meet her.
Yeah.
And I have to play a big part in convincing them. And I had no clue about their language, culture, anything
Zero
whatsoever.
Arabic.
Right.
Zero Arabic.
Now, this is where the interesting part starts.
Yeah.
Because at this time, what I did, we thought for very long, and we couldn't figure out the answer on how to approach her family. At this point, she and me are talking. I told my parents, no, her parents have no clue.
For me, it was hard. Like, we have to play actually a game that we cannot go directly to my dad, like to the big head in the family, just tell him that someone want to marry me. I wanted to initiate it a little bit, like go to my brother first and then my mom first, to just, you know, like spread the news in the house until I reach my dad. So it's gonna be like someone in my back support me, and he helped me a lot with that, because for me to go like melt the ice with my mom, that was the hard part in the beginning, because my mom, it's hard for her like to accept the idea that I'm not gonna be with her for, you know, like after getting married and all of this. And he helped me, like, and he has such a good idea about it. I admired in this time.
Yeah,
And
so then I have to do something
Yeah.
big here. They cannot understand me. I have to come up with something better that takes pressure off of her back and then put it on me. So what we did, I came up with the message. I wrote a long ass message talking to her dad face to face and her mom face to face. And then I took the message, it was a long message, and I gave it to her. And I told her to please translate that message. Okay. Then she translated the message, and then I told her, okay, I want you to send me.
that's a
and
good part. That's
so
a
funny.
good part.
Then I told her I want you to send me line by line Arabic translation of each sentence of a
And
whole
Arabic
essay.
pronunciation.
Yeah, Arabic pronunciation of each letter
Yeah.
of the whole essay I wrote. That was like a big 1-page letter. It begins with one sentence, sent 2, 3, 5. So over 3-4 days, she sent me the whole list of the letters, and I wasn't responding there because I didn't want to break the sequence.
Yeah.
So I remember what to say. So when she sent it, that's where the hard work started for me. So then I had to memorize the whole essay in Arabic, no clue what I'm saying, hoping that she translated it right. And I memorize it, and I make like a small paragraph. I memorize it, I read it out loud, and I open the camera and I sit down in the same position as the last cut. And I do the same thing, movements and all that.
I wanna see
and I
the
say the whole
behind
sentence.
the scene of this video.
Yeah, it was crazy. It took me almost a month to practice
Oh my
everything.
God.
But at the end, we came up with a video that's line by line the same, what I wanted to
And
say.
he's talking Arabic fully, like that.
And I was actually talking Arabic, so when the video came together, it looked like I'm Arabic.
Yeah, I remember like how he was trying to do like a face expression and is using his hand, and I'm pretty sure he don't know what he's saying right now. He's just repeating what I sent him in the voice message.
Yeah, word to word, accent, everything I repeated. And then we came up with the whole message. Now we have the message, a video message, and we need to send it to your mom or dad. How
I
do you
just
deal with
want to
that?
say that was the first big move he made towards me, like, or the big effort like he made towards me. And at that time I was like appreciating it so much. I was thinking like that was so much, like that's a hard work, why he's doing this to me. But then but I really appreciate it. I just want to say that in the video.
I felt like there is no better option. We had to come up with it. I have to come there. I cannot go there right away before knowing her parents. So I had to break the ice, and this probably would be the best option. And then we came up with that. Now the video is ready. What next?
Now we have to play the strategies as I mentioned to just spread the news. So I have to tell my mom. And for me to tell my mom, that was the funny part, because I didn't have any courage to go to tell my mom, okay, my mom, someone wanna marry me and he sent this video to you. I didn't do this. I just, what I did is that I went to the washroom. I locked the door so no one can come to me, talk to me, and I just sent her a video. I didn't even tell her that someone wanted to marry me, and she have no clue about what's going on. And just sent her the video, and she opened the video, and I remember at the time she took so much time to understand, because I can hear that the video is playing outside, but she took so long, and then she comes screaming to open the door, like open the door. And
The washroom?
Yeah, in the washroom. And I didn't open the door because I was so afraid, and I asked her to swear to God that she's not gonna do anything bad to me if I open the door. And I asked my brother to come sit next to the so he can just defend me, or like, you know, just.
So at this point, is your brother knew about this, or
My
not?
brother, who was the first time, actually, you know, like I even told him before that video, I told him while I was talking to him, because I was kinda not feeling good to just do something behind my family, but same time I cannot do it in front of my family, so I just had to tell someone in my family, so they, you know, like I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. So I told my brother in the beginning, in the very early beginning, even like when you text me for the first time, I think, like when we started the conversation. And then I sent her the video, and then I went outside of the washroom, and she looked to me and she told me, what is that? I don't understand. And I was like, dude, it's so clear. And then I tried to explain to her, I tried to make fun, laugh, not to just make it very tense. And then like what her reaction at this time was very weird. Like in the beginning she was like, okay, screaming and all of this, and then she just shut up and she didn't say anything, and she told me that's not gonna happen, and she just closed her phone, closed the conversation, and she went to sleep because it was her sleeping time. And I was like, what do you have to do right now? Is that's it? Like,
and you telling me on the call, I was like, what I don't know what's going on, like I cannot breathe. Figure something out. I need more.
I don't know what's going on. I didn't actually know, like, and then she went to sleep, and I was like, I'm gonna give her time in the morning. I gonna discuss with her again. In the morning she was like pretending that nothing happened, and this message never happened, that video never happened. She don't know anything about it. I was like, she didn't even talk to me bad, talk to me good. She was talking to me very normally, and she didn't even bring this topic. Like I came to her, I told her, like try to initiate the conversation again, like, you know, you remember something happened yesterday? Did you forget or something? And then she's like, this conversation I told you yesterday, it's closed, we're not gonna open it again. She told me this clearly and directly. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I actually didn't say anything. I just went to my brother, I talked to him, and I was like, I'm not crying, of course, because there is nothing that strong at this time to make me cry, but I was just upset from her reaction. And then my brother, he went to talk to her behind my back, and he told her like she have no right to say yes or no for an opportunity for me, like for me to get to know someone. What if he is actually a good person? Like there's no right for her to forbid me to get to marry to someone who is good, but he's from a different country. So she kind of felt bad, and he make her feel so guilty about it. So she'd come to tell me like, okay, if you want to do it, just do it, but I'm not gonna help you with your dad, because she knows that my dad, this is gonna be the biggest hard. So
no, this is where the interesting part is, because her dad was even harder to.
It was harder for for a few reasons. First of all, that even if you're an Egyptian, I will not have any courage to go to my dad. I never told my dad about anyone who want me to marry. As I told you guys, like there is guys from my university, I never told my dad. I just refused them without even telling my dad, because I have no courage to go talk to him about that topic, because I'm kinda from like a very strict family and a religious family, that these topics is not something we can discuss on a daily basis.
Yeah, especially daughter with the dad.
Yeah, it's something very
you do
hard.
it with your mom, and mom does it with the dad.
Yeah, I was so afraid from his reaction. I was like, he's gonna kill me or something. I don't know what to do.
So what really happened? Then what did you do?
And then I was like, my dad actually, I waited for, I think I remember for 1 week or like 10 days to tell him. I was like, tried to delay because I was so afraid. But one day I was like, I decided that I'm gonna tell him this day, and I told my mom that I'm gonna tell him, try to help me. She was like, I cannot help you because there is nothing I can do here, and it's better if you go directly and tell him that's happened. He will not do anything, don't be afraid, but just try to convey your message.
But at the same time, you were so scared that it's making me scared that you don't want to do that.
Oh my God.
And I was kind of a little bit upset at the same time. I was like, okay, I told my parents, was she not telling her dad?
It's different.
Is there something wrong? Maybe she don't like me enough.
No, like you are a guy, you have to understand,
happened?
like your decision is like solid more than even my decision in your family. So yeah, at the end of the day, if you want to marry me, you will marry me. Like there is no one's gonna stop you. But for me, I'm a girl, I have to, listen more and all of this. And that day, like I decided to make a whole story, and we decided what story that we're gonna tell my dad and all of this, because we have to lie a little bit honestly. and I went to him and invited him to my room. That was the first weirdest thing, and he felt something wrong here because I never invited him to my room. And he was like, what happened? Someone annoyed you in university? Something bad happened to university? Did you fail? Did you like all of these things? And I was like, no, I just want to tell you something. I don't know how to say it and initiate all of that. And I just told him that someone asking for my hand. We call it asking for my hand. So someone is asking for my hand and he wanna talk to you. He was like, his reaction was actually the weirdest thing. He didn't do anything. He was very calm, and he was like, okay, from where did you know him? And then I was like, I don't know what to say. And he didn't know that he's not Egyptian at this point. He was like thinking he's a normal person. But then I told him that he's not Egyptian and he is Pakistani and he's living in Canada. And then he told me, like, just tell me a little bit more. I told him a little bit more, and he was like, okay. And he gave me like a smile, and he said, okay, let him talk to me. I was like, that's it?
So
that
easy.
was very easy. It was like, that's it? He told me, yeah. What are you thinking?
But we didn't know it's gonna get even harder. Right?
That was like that. What do you call it? Like calmness before the storm, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, oh, just let him talk to me. I was like, are you okay? Like that's it. He said like, yeah, of course. What are you expecting from me? I was like, okay, that was so good. I slept like a baby at that day.
And then she told me, I was like, really? It was that easy?
Yeah.
Maybe he's okay with that. Maybe because I'm Canada, or maybe because I'm Pakistani. I don't know what the reason was. Maybe that's the case, but little did we know that wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case at all.
So next day, his dad texted me.
That's your part now. Yeah.
Now he asked for his number. He asked for my number. She gave it to him.
No, he asked me to tell you to text him.
Okay, yeah. So whatever. Then I texted him. Okay. Now, my conversation at this point has always been English with her. Now I have to start talking strictly in Arabic because he can't understand English. So now every text is texting me. I'm taking that, copy pasting in Google. Google translate me this. And it's translate and replying back and forth.
True.
Now, the problem here is that my conversation, okay, what I'm having with her dad, I don't know if it's happy mood or sad mood. All I'm doing is copy pasting it all across. But one of my friend later on saw that. He was like, dude, her dad was really pissed at you. You have no idea. He asked for my passports and things like that.
Oh my god. Tell them exactly what did he ask you for.
He asked for my passport, my ID, and something.
And a picture of your house.
Yeah, picture of a house, and then a video of me praying.
Oh yeah, that was such a weirdest thing that I was like,
don't know why her dad asked me video of me praying.
How you pray?
Yeah, I think the discussion here in his mind could have been that I'm Shia.
Oh yeah, so
not
no,
Sunni,
yeah.
And then that's probably he didn't want that. So he asked me all this discussion, and I sent it. I had a Canadian passport. I sent it, so that was real. They sent a picture of me. I sent where I live. Then he sent me, where do you work? Give me the evidence of where you work. So I sent him the work. So it's like an interrogation. Like,
it was.
I don't know, buddy. You're a good for my girl or not?
Yeah.
Tell me all the things about you. So anyway, so it was very weird.
It wasn't a friendly conversation at all.
It wasn't friendly.
I saw some message from my dad phone. I was like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah. So I sent all the information. And then we ended the conversation there. What happened is that I took that message, give it to my friend. I used to work at Good Life back then as a personal trainer. So I had to give it to my friend. He used to live in Egypt for I think 10 years.
Yeah.
So he know exactly the accent, how the people live. And I showed it to him. He's like, dude, there's something wrong with this guy. He's super rude and he's not interested in you. Like, this is bad. Just run away.
I was like, why my dad does this? He was so nice to me before I go to sleep. He told me, yeah, it's fine. Just let him. Tell them the biggest part right now. After he was rude to you, what did he do?
He rude to me, and the next day I texted, the text is not delivering.
You can imagine what happened.
I text him again, not delivered.
Yeah.
I text him again, not delivered.
I was like, why?
Like, what's
it's
going
not
on?
Delivered.
Maybe then I waited and I texted her, hey, I think something is wrong. Is your dad? Yeah?
Can you come for a second?
Sure. So while we were talking, you heard the knock. We end up having our friend over to help us dress for what we're gonna wear for tomorrow. Because tomorrow it's gonna be a special day. I'll be doing the vlog. I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the video here for the series where I told her dad blocked me. And the next episode we'll talk about how I got it unblocked, got back into the conversation, and how this whole theory started. In the meantime, take care of yourself, others, and of this channel. Peace.